2020, August 30th, 14:42 p.m. Now, the graphic below is one very difficult graphic to deal with and process, period. Not because it's so unusual, because mathematically it's 90 some percent dead on the money, including the orientation of the buildings. Now, the difficult aspect of this situation is that the functionality and structure of the comma the Capitoline Hill is 1,200 feet wide. Miramont Castle is 200 feet wide. So you're trying to compare the ratios of something that is 1,200 feet wide with something that's 200 feet wide, which means that the ratios have to be adjusted to make everything fit, to have all the mathematics work, okay, period. The Narmer Plate, on the other hand, is maybe a dozen feet wide, give or take, period. So you have something that's this big being compared to something that's 200 feet wide, being compared to something that's 1,200 feet wide. But again, all the angles and such work together and map correctly, which is both really great because it is mathematical consistency. To have scientific evidence, scientific proof, you have to have, you have to use the map to be able to predict the outcome. So far, I've been able to predict with way over 95% accuracy that the Narmer monolith, the boats, when converted to circles, the Narmer monolith, that map is dead on the money, 95% dead on the money accurate to 7 cities and 2 functionality structures, period. The first functionality structure is the Capitoline Hill and the multitude of buildings on top of it, period. And a very, very large building, that building being Miramont Castle, that is built in a nod to, a salute to the a artistically applied the ideas regarding what the Palace of Knossos looked like, period. Now, the Palace of Knossos would not be discovered and excavated for quite a long time after the Miramont Castle was built, but the idea of the stories and concepts of what the Palace of Knossos looked like could be the basis of both of these structures, because the Capitoline Hill was constructed long before Romulus and Remus were born, and the Palace of Knossos was built centuries before it was destroyed, if not several millennia. So we're talking about a lot of things that happened in prehistory, period. The things that happen in prehistory bring up some very interesting connotations regarding the internal structure of these items, as they absolutely directly apply to the functionality and structure of the foundations of Christianity, the foundations of Judaism, and in basic, the advance of Western civilization, period. Because the advance of Western civilization, these buildings and several of these buildings held libraries, and where libraries go, civilization follows. Period.